Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello, faithful Squiz Kids listeners, and welcome to the Kids vs. Adults Weekly News Squiz. Your chance to see who's had their listening ears on and been paying the most attention to the week that just was. I'm Bryce Corbett. All week in the Squiz Kids Today podcast, we've been bringing you the big news stories of the day, run through our kid-friendly filter to make sure you know all you need to know about the world around you. Now, it's time to test how much of the week's news you've retained, and in the process, see who's smarter, kids or adults. Plus, of course, because it's a Friday, we've got all today's birthday shout-outs and all the shout-outs for the weekend coming, including the birthday reggae tune, because it wouldn't be a Friday without it. So, here's how the quiz works. 5 questions for kids about the weekend news, then 5 questions for adults. Whoever answers the most correct questions wins. Simples. You ready? Let's do this. All right, kids, here are your 5 questions. Question number 1. We heard in the podcast this week how a traveller from the United States tried to bring a box of exotic excrement back home from a holiday in Kenya recently. Which lofty animal produced the poop? Yep, that's right. It was a giraffe. Because who doesn't want to bring giraffe poop back from their holiday? Question number 2. Which sport that features bump balls, cherries, ducks and maiden overs is set to be announced as an Olympic event for Los Angeles 2028? Yeah, of course, I'm talking about cricket. Question number 3. Which mama bear was crowned the winner of the Fat Bear Week in Alaska with an impressive 108,000 votes this week? And I'll give you a hint. Her name has something to do with eating and rhymes with laser. Yeah, that's right. Her name is Grazer. Question number 4. We heard in the podcast this week how a pug parade was recently held to raise money for animal care and adoption. In a twist, the pugs were dressed as which celebrity? Was it A, Donald Trump, B, Bluey, or C, Taylor Swift? Yeah, that's right, it was Tay-Tay. Pugs dressed as Tay-Tay, how cool. Question number 5. Which city, which also happens to be the nation's capital, am I heading to tomorrow for the first ever Squiz Kids live show? Yep, that's right, it's Canberra. And yes, there are a few tickets still available. You can purchase them if you're interested via our website, squizkids.com.au. How did you go, kids? How many did you get right out of 5? Do you reckon that's enough to beat the adults? Yeah, I reckon so too. Okay, adults, now it's your turn. Fire up the grey matter. Here we go. Question number 1. Let's kick off with a sporting question. Young Aussie Oscar Piastri is the first rookie in 15 years to have won a race in this high-speed sport. Which sport am I talking about? Yes, of course, it's Formula 1. Question number 2. What's the name of the Australian journalist who was released this week after years of being detained in China? Yeah, her name is Cheng Lei. Well done if you got that one. Question number 3. Activist Narges Mohammed won which major international prize this week, despite being locked up in an Iranian prison? Yeah, that's right, she won the Nobel Peace Prize. Question number 4. NASA astronauts are set to be dressed by which exclusive fashion house? And if you need a hint, this house also dresses the devil. Yeah, of course, I'm talking about Prada. Question number 5. Richard Goyder, the chairman of which iconic Aussie company, announced he was in the departure lounge this week after months of sustained pressure. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking about Qantas. How did you go, adults? How many did you get right? Did you beat the kids? Who won bragging rights this week? If you've missed any of these cool news stories throughout the week and you want to refresh your memory, all of this week's Squiz Kids episodes are available for a re-listen wherever you get your podcasts. Well, that's the end of the quiz, which means it's now time for...
Shout-outs.
It's Friday, October 13. Friday the 13th? Yikes! Today, my friends, is World Egg Day, where we're encouraged to stop and think and celebrate the important role that eggs play in feeding us all, especially at Easter. Easter eggs. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today and over the coming weekend. And there's a lot of them, so let's crack out that old birthday reggae tune. Hit it. And it's a happy birthday today to Riley from Gundagai, Summer from North Ainslie, Milana from Sutherland North, Youssef from The Ponds, Talia from Minlayton, Alyssa from Altona Meadows, Anton from Mariba, Elena from Jindalee, twins Dante and Alina from Shayla Park, Heath from Googong and Bilal from Plumpton. And celebrating a birthday over the coming weekend are Tyrone from Ashmont, Mackenzie from Junee, Shane from Mount Gravatt, John from Narrabeen, Terence from Minto, Mac from Flagstaff Hill, Coco from Newrybar, Luca from Roos, Mabel from Woodford, Levi from Ferny Hills, Oliver from Corinda, Dina from Rydalmere, Caitlin from Greystanes and Hannah from Brisbane. And here is the last of our belated school holiday birthday shout-outs. Thank you for your patience whilst we worked our way through the long list of kids who missed their birthday shout-out because their birthday fell during the school holidays. And it's a happy belated birthday shout-out to Yuvrash from Point Cook, Bronson from Windsor, Ryan from Abbotsford, Oscar from Ferny Grove, Isabella from Orange, Genevieve from Mount Cotton, James from Yass, Dom from Tumut, Mia from Ivanhoe, Marcus from Cobbitty, Oscar from Mernda, Johnny from Blaney, Audrey from Coburg, Diana from West Beach, Nina, Selena and Storm from Helensvale, Isabella and Stacey from New South Wales, Chloe from Heidelberg West, Ava from Thornbury and Elliot from Viewbank. And yes, my friends, classroom shoutouts will resume on Monday. Well, that's all we have time for. I hope you're enjoying these quizzes. Don't forget, there'll be a new one dropping first thing every Friday morning. And the best bit, they're absolutely free. Just as all our other excellent content is also free. We're talking a Squiz Kids Today news podcast on Mondays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, a Squiz Kids Shortcut or a Squiz the World every Tuesday, and for all the teachers out there, there's a Classroom Companion, our teacher-produced daily classroom activity sheets. Curriculum aligned and tied to the daily podcast twice a week, now on Mondays and Wednesdays. Genius. Check it all out at squizkids.com.au or simply subscribe to Squiz Kids in your favourite podcasting app and all this groovy content will magically appear. For now though, this is Bryce Corbett signing off and reminding you all to get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.